Hey YouTube, it's predaking93 here with a deck profiling. And today, like last week, well, a few weeks ago, Ed Phoenix reviewed his buddy fight deck and we did the demo of how to play a buddy fight. I'm reviewing the deck that I played with in that review. It is Dragon World, and as you saw, I had a few different cards to compare to him, but this world is mainly full of dragons. Now there are two sub-factions. There's the armored dragons and then there's the dragon knights. I'm an armored dragon fan personally. They are pretty badass. Alright, so like Ed Phoenix, I'm going to go size 3 downward, then weapons, and then spells, then impacts. So the first card I have is the size 3 monster, Super Armored Dragon Buster Cannon Dragon. It is a size 3 monster. It has 7,000 attack, 2 damage, 5,000 defense, and it has a call cost of 3 gauge and 1 card from the top of my deck into its soul. And it has the ability of soul guarding, so it can take 2 attacks, then die. Oh, and it also has twin attack. Alright, so that's my first size 3 monster. I run only 2 size 3 monsters because the ones I run are quite strong. Like the second one, Damocles Dragon, which is a promo card which you could only get during the demonstrations on the original buddy fight. So when you went to an event, basically, that's what you got. You also got like a half a deck and that. Same size as the last monster, 8,000 attack though this time, 3 damage and 6,000 defense. Has the same call cost, except it doesn't have soul guard. And the abilities it's got instead of soul guard and twin attack is when this monster is entered into the field, it can destroy a monster on the right or left. So yeah, it can destroy any monster on my opponent's position from that size. Next up we have the size 2 monsters, and the next card is my buddy from this deck, which I have 3 of. Drum Bunker Dragon. Drum Bunker Dragon is the main character's buddy, which is Gal Mikado. And this card is basically my buddy as well. Size 2 monster, 5,000 attack and defense, 3 damage. Its call cost is pay 1 gauge and put the top card in the deck, and yes, it has soul guard. There's a reason why I don't run 4 of them, and I will get to that when I need to. Next up is 3 of the same card, which is, depending on your pronunciation, Jamada Dragon, or Jamada Dragon. 8,000 attack, 4,000 defense, 2 damage, no abilities. And somebody asked to remove the cards from the packs. I would love to, but because of how bendy the cards are, and believe it or not, the cards themselves is very reflective. Without the protector, it would glare even more. So moving on to my next size 2 monster. 3 of the same card. It is Steel Gauntlet Dragon with 7,000 defense, 2 damage, and 4,000 attack. It's a good defense monster. Moving on to my last size 2 monster, Extreme Sword Dragon. 5,000 attack, 3 damage, and 4,000 defense. Good if you want to push your opponent earlier on for damage. Now this is the card that I was going to tell you about. It's a My Buddy card. Now this is illegal, so you're allowed it in your deck and to use into tournaments and that. It's a proxy. It allows you to basically proxy a buddy. So say if I had Drum Bunker Dragon in my buddy field and I wanted to call it, I could place this here, move the drum, say here to the right, and rest this and say this is Drum Bunker Dragon. Let's get a little there, see? If you have less than 4 buddies in your deck, you may have this you may have up to 1 my buddy in your deck. You may buddy call using this card. Let it focus. It is a size 1 monster, 1000 attack, 1000 defense, 1 damage. Moving on to my next size 1 is the size 1 strongest defense in the Dragon World as far as I know. Bronze Shield Dragon. Basically it's 6000 defense, 1 attack, well 1 damage and 2000 attack. Good for high defense. Next up, I have 3 grade size 1s. I keep saying grade because I'm used to that thanks to Vanguard. Size 1 monster, 1000 Rapier Dragon. 5000 attack, 2 damage, and 1000 defense. No ability. Most Dragon World Armored Dragons don't have abilities unless you hit the new trial deck, which is what I'm reviewing next. Next up is another size 1 monster, and it's still 3 of the same card. Bear Trap Fang Dragon. 4000 attack, 2000 defense, and 2 damage. This is the last size 1 monster I have in this deck. Right. And it's 3 of the same. Latiel Shield Dragon, 4000 defense, 2 damage, and 2000 attack. Moving on to my weapons. Now you can roughly have, as far as I know, 8 weapons in a deck. Or it roughly depends on how many weapons you want. In this deck, I'm running 4 of the same weapon because I'm waiting to get my hands on another card, Steel Fist Drago Knuckle. So I run 4 weapons, which are Drago Brave, also known as Dragon Blade, Drago Brave. 5000 attack and 3 damage. Best offensive weapon there is in the Dragon World so far. Right, this is what separates my deck from Ed Phoenix's. I use 3 generic cards. And you say, what is generic? And why is it in a Dragon World deck? Well, we'll go back to the flag. The flag says you may use Dragon World and generic cards. So, generic cards tend to be like, so far we've come across, most of them are chess pieces. Yeah. The grade 3 is basically the king of the chess. Size 2 is a queen, bloody blah and all that. Anyways, because of how much gauge my deck uses, I run 2 Buddy Charge. Buddy Charge has the ability of allowing me to charge 1 card from the top, and if I have my buddy on the right, center or left, allows me to charge another card. So basically with 2 of these you can charge 4 gauge straight away. That's if you have the buddy. And here's my next generic card, Buddy Help. Allows you to draw 2 cards and paying 3 gauge to do it. Right. Next up are the spell cards from Dragon World that I'm using. They were the spell cards from Generic World. And I'll start with the single ones. And once I've done that, I will be on to my impact cards. So, first one is Dragonic Grimoire. The reason why I don't run many of this is because it discards your entire hand. It allows you to gain 3 cards. But you have to be at 5 or less life to activate it. So it's a very heavy cost spell, but sometimes can be great reward. Moving on to my next singles spell. Hang on, camera's being funny. Alright, this is Dragonic Destroy. Paying 2 gauge to destroy any opponent monster on the field. So basically I can destroy a monster in the left, right or centre. Right. Here's where we start getting into the doubles and triples of the cards that I run. I run 2 Draconic Shoot, which destroy any monster with 3000 power or less. I run 3 Draconic Heal, which give you 2 life for every Draconic Heal there is. So, say you run 1, you gain 2. Run 2, you gain 4. Run 3, you gain 6. Basically, it's just gain 2 life. For those that may misinterpret that. The card says gain 2 life. I run, as well, 3 Draconic Energies. Draconic Energy is a counter card which allows you to increase an armored dragon in battle by giving it 3000 power and 3000 defense. So when your opponent attacks your monster, you can increase it to destroy your opponent's monster. Keep moving the man. Right, next up are my nullifiers, which a lot of people have stressed interest in for when I move deck. But because of what the next deck I'm going to review is, I may need to keep these. First off, I run 3 Draconic Shield. Sorry about that. It is Green Dragon Shield. It allows you to nullify 1 monster attack and gain 1 life. And so far, we only have 2 versions of this. A lot of people are taking the mick out of it because there could be like a red dragon shield, a yellow dragon shield. No, all we've got right now is Green Dragon Shield and Blue Dragon Shield. Now Blue Dragon Shield, instead of gaining a life, it puts a charge in your gauge. So you take the top card from your deck and charge into your gauge. Moving on to the final set of cards in this Draconic deck that I run is my Impact card. Which, by the way, you get 1 copy, well, you get multiple copies of it in the normal deck that you get, which is one version is shiny. And that is Gal Mikado. This is the rare Gargantuan Punisher according to the anime, yet it's not that rare in real life. Now this is the one as well. I run 4 of them. Except I run 1 rare and 3 double rare. And I like the double rare artwork better. Now, there is the SP one, which is the special rare, which is Tasuku Ryoenji, whose deck is what I'm reviewing next after this. Alright, so this has been Predaking signing out.